Okay, welcome to this live session where we are going to be wrapping up with the New York market just to see if we have any potential setup coming up for the upcoming trading session. Okay, all right, without any waste of time, let's get this started. If you are joining in for the very first time, please, as you click on your play button right there, simply move on to the settings tab right here, this one here, and ensure that your video quality is set to the 480 pixel so you can get a better stream quality at your end. All right, let's now look into the Forex Factory economical calendar to see those high impact news events that we are expecting for tomorrow. Those events for today are now over. We had two events here, with one from a Swiss franc being a speech. That's now over. So let's now look into tomorrow's event. So click on tomorrow. Let's see those red news items that we are expecting for tomorrow. Okay, we have the Reserve Bank of Australia and monetary policy statement scheduled for tomorrow, and we also have manufacturing production scheduled for the sterling pounds by tomorrow. Okay, so two are high impact news announcements there, two red news announcement right here. Okay, unfortunately tomorrow we have bank holiday coming from America. That should be affecting not just the American dollar crosses. Usually whenever we have bank holiday coming from America, it tends to affect the markets in general. Okay, that is just something that we have observed. So tomorrow, don't be surprised if you see price go in a sideways bias. All right, not much of movement, or there is some form of abnormal volatility for tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow ordinarily we should not even be in the market because of this bank holiday. All right, so if you're watching this and you're in the live session, you should have in mind that tomorrow we are not going to be having any live session because of this bank holiday. I repeat, there will be no live sessions tomorrow because of this bank holiday. Meanwhile, if we find any valid setup, we are of course going to let you know in the Telegram channel or group, and as well in the live session, so you can follow along. Okay, all right, last week we talked about the euro against the American dollar, and today we found our valid trading opportunity as posted in the signal section. You can actually see that here. That was the trade, the euro against the American dollar, where we went long. We were actually cautioning people not to go short. So today we found that entry. Okay, all right, yes, definitely Paul will be fishing by tomorrow. Okay, so now let's look into the chart. Okay, this is the euro against the American dollar. We talked about this last week, where we are actually cautioned about going short. We identify this area. Let me see if I can get that. This whole area here as a possible area of support, and we cautioned about going short against that heavy area of support. I am sure you still remember that this was former area of resistance, and now price coming back down to retest that area could act as support. Okay, we have already done that, so I wouldn't want to waste your time with this. Okay, now let's look into the daily time frame again, just to remind you of what we discussed before. In the daily time frame, we talked about this channel behavior here, which majority of the traders tend to pay less attention to. Okay, a lot of traders didn't really pay attention to this channel. Rather, they were more focused on this what looks more like a flat bottom triangle. Okay, they're more focused with that, and we are constantly clicking on their sell button against excuse me, against this level of support. All right, and against this overall price pattern, that channel like type of price pattern, they didn't really consider that. Okay, and you can see how price is already beginning to turn around, from that point. Just give me a minute, please. Let me see if I can Take this. Just 1 minute, please. Okay. 1 minute. I should be back right now. Okay, done right now. Everything is okay. All right, I was talking about price now turning to the upside. Okay, you can see how price is beginning to reverse off that point. In the 4 hours time frame, we also identified an expanding triangle, which was also acting as support. Let me take out all of these lines. As you probably know, price moves in patterns. Let me take out all of these lines so you can see how we were actually following price in the euro against the American dollar. Now this is the 4 hours time frame. We got a little push to the upside, then we discovered that price was making harmonic bounces off these levels. Okay, harmonic bounces swinging up and down in a form of expansion, and you can see how this area held price as support, and from there on price is now pushing back up, hopefully to retest the next area there as resistance, either for a bounce or a breakout. And if we get a breakout, that means our price will keep pushing to the upside. Okay, so today in the 1 hour time frame, we actually was also following price. Okay, let me go to the 1 hour time frame. We were following price with this breakout, with this flat top triangle. Let me take out this, where we actually did analyze that in the Telegram group as well, where we talked about possible shoulder, okay, head, shoulder pattern formation. It's an inverted, an inverse shoulder head. Shoulder pattern formation. All right, that's the shoulder, this is the neckline, this is the head, neckline area. Push up, first attempt to break failed. Push up, broke that level. News, the news announcement brought it back down, and from there on it's now pushing to the upside. As you can see, this is a major reversal pattern, like we discussed earlier on. When you see a shoulder head shoulder pattern formation, it tends to be very clear. All right, you can see the first shoulder very clear right there, no mix up. The second shoulder, the head itself, no mix up. Okay, that's the bounce, that's the bounce, coming back up again. That's the bounce for the second shoulder. What is important is that it is happening at the same level where you had the first shoulder. Excuse me, right there. Just project that area. That is what is important. You want to see price bouncing almost at the same level, and that is why aggressive traders will tend to wait at the second shoulder. That is where they will click on the buy entry. I actually did a series of long trades around in here. I closed almost all of them out, leaving just this one with a better entry. The signal itself had its entry somewhere around in here. Okay, but not much of difference. Price is still pushing up there. Okay. All right, so right now for the euro against the American dollar, with this reversal pattern played out, price now sitting above that level of resistance. By tomorrow we should be more concerned looking for further pushes to the upside. Even though we had bank holiday, we might just see a little push, and price might close somewhere around in there. Okay, so don't click on your sell button in the euro against the American dollar for now, while we keep searching for further entries. For instance, we have 2 updates now. If we find a sideways Tokyo range, we'll be interested in trading the London open breakout strategy for the euro against the American dollar. Okay, all right, so this pair is actually now looking to the upside. you should be searching for only long opportunities depending on your type of trading strategies. Okay, enough of that. Let's very quickly look into our other pairs, drawing our key levels of support and resistance. Apologize, this is going to be a long session because we haven't reviewed all of the charts for quite a while now, so we'll take them one after the other. Okay, all right, let's get going.